What's up, everybody? I'm here with another book review. This time I want to talk about a book in the Bone Chiller series. This is number 15, The Tiki Doll of Doom. This is a book that I wanted to read for March. I wanted to do a few books for dealing with like bad luck and different things like that, and I figured this one would have something along those lines. I didn't read the back. I have like years ago, but I wanted to kind of just jump into it and just see what it was about. And I think it's been a while since I've actually read a Bone Chillers book. Let's take a look at this cover art really quick. Very awesome. You got the jewelry up there. This is done by Tim Jacobus. I don't know if you guys can see his signature somewhere over here. I just seen it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if it's gonna zoom in or not, but or focus is what I meant. But yeah, the story itself follows this girl named Lucy. She is going to her grandma's house, and she's not very excited. She's kind of mixed, because she is going to see her aunt, who she really likes. Her aunt is this I think she studies anthropology, if I said that right. She studies that, and she goes to travel to different tribes and different things like that. And she always comes back with these weird gifts. Her parents mentioned that she brought like a shrunken head at one time, different things like that. So she's a little excited to see her aunt. She is not so excited to see her cousins, who are just like jock type people. I can't remember exactly how many cousins she has. I think it's like two. I think they're like twins or something. But she's not very excited to see them. She is excited to see Jill. And Lucy is described as more like reserved, loves to read and different things like that. Doesn't like sports. So she ends up going to her grandma's house, and she sees Jill. She first sees her cousins, and she just kind of like makes smart comments towards them and kind of runs away from them a little bit. But she sees Jill, and she has a present for her again. So her first present is like a kind of a fake present, the kind of fake out thing, and it is this snake. And she gives this really wild story about she went to this tribe and she almost died, and she got sick, and this shaman guy came over and said he found the snake inside of her, and he sucked the sickness out of her, which is weird, crazy. But he does give her this thing like a charm, and it's this tiki doll here, and that's what she shows her. And the tiki doll is a little different from what the book cover here depicts. It's actually like a front and back tiki doll, and on the front it has like a smiley face, and the back has this like evil looking face here. So it's not really like a two-headed thing here. But yeah, so she gets home, and she starts wearing this necklace everywhere. And immediately when she wears it, one night she has a dream that she is in this forest, and she's walking through, or like a jungle or something. She's walking through, and she sees these papers flying down. It's got letters on them, and it turns into snow. The next day, she gets ready to go to school, and we're introduced to her friend named Eddie, who is the opposite of her. He likes to like swim and stuff like that. I can't remember if it says he like plays football or anything like that, but he's more like the athletic type, and they kind of make a good contrasting character, or contrast to their characters. So she's getting ready to go to school, and Eddie says, "Hey, I have to show you something." So there's like a group outside the school, and they go inside, and they look at this library, and the library is just destroyed. There is foam all over the ground. There is the bookshelves are turned over, books are ripped up, and different things like that. And she says that she had a dream, something like this, and Eddie, of course, doesn't believe her. And after this book, it kind of follows a little pattern. There is like a little slight thing before this where um, she is. We're introduced to this teacher too, named Miss like Jekyll or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly how to pronounce her name, but they call her the Beast, and she gets on to Lucy for not being in gym last year or last week or so, because she didn't have any gym clothes. And she says that she wishes, she kind of thinks that this thing might be like a wish charm thing, or maybe Eddie suggests it. And she wishes that she would get hurt, the Beast lady. Somebody does get hurt, but it's not her. It ends up being somebody else. After this, she gets home. This is where the pattern stuff starts happening, and she has a dream that this dream here is where these basketball players are coming down, and they're all wearing the same hats, they're all wearing the same suits, and they start playing different sports. Like they start playing basketball, football, and all that just on the basketball court, like trying to tackle each other, trying to throw the ball and hit it to each other, and different things like that. And the next day she goes to school, and all of the gym equipment is stolen, and the all the gym equipment stolen, and there's a basketball that is just torn, and it looks like there's fang marks. And she looks at the back of this Tiki doll, and she notices that the doll itself is changing. Like the smiley face is starting to turn like sad. Um, and yeah, there's another one where she has a dream that there is this she's at home, and she has a dream that she sees somebody in her mirror, and it's her reflection, and they start fighting and like choking each other out, and they knock over the mirror, and the glass breaks, and they're on their way to school again, and the Eddie says that there's like a group of people or whatever, so they walk up and they see a bunch of people just standing around, and they say that there's just no buses coming to get them, and it turns out that somebody just busted out all the windshields of the school buses. And yeah, it doesn't take long for these two to kind of suspect that it's this necklace. Eddie thinks that that's not possible, so Eddie ends up wearing the necklace, and he kind of tries to prove her wrong. And he says that he has a dream that he was also in a jungle or something, and he is looking for beans. And this cop pulls up, and he's like, "Hey, let me talk to Eddie." And he comes over there, and he tells him that this there was a break in at the store, and a bunch of beans got missing, and there's like cans leading all the way to his neighborhood, and the cans were like ripped, and so he ate like 2 dozen of beans or something, which is insane. Yeah, and the last I think dream sequence is they actually get together, and Eddie comes over with this like camcorder thing, and he just records her sleeping while she wears the necklace because they want to get to the bottom of this, and she ends up turning into a creature and running out and eating like raw hamburger meat and live chickens and different things like that. And Eddie explains it to her, and he ends up going missing. And she after she finds him, he kind of tells her what's going on. And yeah, and that's essentially the Tiki Doll of Doom. She ends up going to her aunt's work, and her aunt just so happens to call because she's trying to get in touch with her. She's trying to get in touch with her secretary to let Lucy know what's going on with this thing. She kind of explains it. Turns out that this necklace was a gift from the shaman, but the shaman was evil, and he was just like an outlaw of this tribe, and she didn't know it. And it's just like a cursed object, and that's essentially what's going on. And yeah, Tiki Doll of Doom. I'll admit I didn't like the first half of this book, and the rating on this book is kind of probably going to surprise some of you. But I didn't like the dream sequence stuff because it was just very repetitive and the writing was kind of weird. The writing was very plain, but it was fine for what it was. It just didn't really grab me. Like I put this book off to the side multiple times, and finally finished it. The last maybe 30 or 40 pages of this book was great. It turns out that this like Tiki doll thing, too, that when she turns into this creature, it's like the total opposite of how she is. So I'm not going to reveal much more about that, but there is a very sweet moment at the end of this book where this a certain person says something, and it's very cute towards the end. And so it gets bonus points for that for me. The ending too was very intense. This monster chasing Lucy through the woods was very cool, very fun. But yeah, the whole dream sequence stuff I didn't love, but it was fine. But the ending definitely won me over, and the chase scenes and stuff like that was very good. So I probably give the Tiki Doll of Doom a 4 out of 5 stars. I know that's kind of surprising because it kind of seems like a more negative, but it's not a negative review. It's very, it's fair, and then it got really good. So I feel like that's 4 out of 5 stars. Not my favorite book in the series, but a very strong one, especially towards the end. Again, the ending was very sweet and very cute. Yeah, so Tiki Doll of Doom, 4 out of 5 stars. Please let me know in the comments below. What did you think about this book? Is it your favorite in the series? I think Bumps in the Night. He commented on my Instagram post for this, and he said that this is his favorite in the series. And it's been a while since I looked at his ranking. He actually read all of them. I'm like 4 away, 3 or 4 away from finishing the series. I know I got Back to School, Strange Brew, the French book that I don't own, but I do have it downloaded where I can read it. Um, and there's one more. Oh, the ants, the Attack of the Killer Ants. But yeah, this one was really fun. I do recommend it if you guys want to check it out. Again, just kind of get past the dream. I'm just not a big dream sequence person. Never really loved books with that kind of stuff in there. Attack of the Jack o' Lanterns had a good dream sequence in it, and that's the first thing that comes to my mind. That contradicts me a little bit, but yeah. Tiki Doll of Doom, 4 out of 5 stars for me. Thank you guys. Bye bye.